Goodies gone live. If you are here, make sure you send me a wave in the chat, a hey girl, hey, all of the things. But I'm really excited to dive into this template today. This one is probably my most popular goodie shop template, if I had to say. Um, but I'm gonna go ahead and dive in, whether you are watching the replay or if you are here live. Um, make sure you drop any questions you have, right? I'll be coming back, checking questions, all the things. But all week, I've been giving y'all a little behind the scenes peek into some of my favorite goodies. So Monday we kicked it off with my referral and affiliate partner hub, which really helps you to empower your partners to sell for you. So that template also includes my hype machine custom GPT. Yesterday I showed my support ticket hub that really makes you just, stay out of your inbox. So if you are a done for you service provider, my copywriters, my web designers, my brand designers, my systems people, my strategists, my coaches, if you have a membership or a program, and you allow folks to submit questions, revisions, whatever, you need that template. Okay. Today, I'm showing you my BizOps Hub, and then tomorrow is a new one that the girlies are really interested in. But it's my Content and Launch Hub. We're gonna ditch all of those Google Docs that you use to write your content, your emails, all the things, and then of course on Spooky Day, I'm going all in on your client experience and my Dubsado DIY course. Okay. If you're new here, I'm Ashley, your favorite systems pro, the CEO of Solution Integrators, and I just like keeping shit simple, y'all. I support solo, lean business owners, agency owners, you name it. I do the work behind the scenes to keep you paid, keep you sane, and keep your business running with or without you. Okay, so I'm gonna show you my biz hub. I'm gonna actually start with the pretty stuff, right? So if you've been here the last couple days, you've seen these things in action, but I'm going to show you the pretty stuff first, okay? So in this template, all of my templates are one-click add to your account, ready to roll, whatever. If you have been around for a while, you know that I use Dubsado for all of my front facing business management, right? So if you go to my website and apply, that form is a Dubsado form. I send Dubsado proposals, contracts, invoices. But every single time somebody fills out that form, they get added to my Biz Hub, right? Because I want to be able to see the data, adjust the data a little bit more. I won't say adjust, but like I want to be able to dive into that data a little bit more. So with this hub, no matter what tool you're using, if you're a HoneyBook user, if you are using Tally for like, Notion forms, Jot form, Type form, or if you're using the Airtable form to track your leads, no matter what tool you use, this hub can help you to track your leads, track your capacity, etc. So this view here is going to just give you a quick rundown of your lead data. The thing that I love the most about this is that once it's set up, right? Like you don't have to keep messing with it like you would a Google sheet, right? You got to go update your pivot tables. You don't have to do all that. So this is set here to show you, your leads for this calendar year. You could adjust it for this month, this quarter, whatever. Your conversion rate, your average time to convert month over month, being able to see, your conversion rate along with the number of leads per month, per quarter, what industry they're in, where are they coming from, right? If you don't know where your leads are coming from, how can you focus your energy from a marketing perspective, right? Like if you are going all in on Instagram, but your leads are coming from threads or your email list, right? Maybe you should kind of consider changing some things up, right? So this base is set up. You could dump in all of your historical data, and this is just going to update for you, right? So it's ready to roll. One of the other things that I love about this that I've added in the recent year is my consult notes view. So for me, every time a client books a call, I come right over to my Airtable hub to track the notes here, right? So I'm meeting with, Blue Ivy Carter. This is her status that's in Dubsado. This is when she inquired. This is the offer that she's interested in, and I've linked that out to my offer tracker table, which I'll show you guys here in a minute. These are all editable if I need to update this. But then here's the piece that, I can track her calls, her challenges. I can make internal notes for myself. I could put my call script here. One way that I've used this most recently for a client is, the biz owner does all of the calls, but her team goes to send off the proposals, right? She can document on the call, I met with Blue Ivy. It was great. This is what she says she needs. Hey, go send her this proposal, right? Go send her this package with this pricing, these deliverables, right? All of this is here, and it's really easy for you to come back and reference it later. But again, you can kind of see everything here in one place. Now, I like being able to take my notes here because I also manage my capacity and availability in Airtable too. So I'm on a call. I'm taking my notes. Yep, Blue Ivy sounds good. Here are my available dates, right? I can hop over to this view and I can share my screen, right? And I can say, hey, I have a date of August 2022 for kickoff. This is when we'll be done. And this is when your support ends. That sound good? Yeah, cool, cool, cool. Perfect, right? I can go and link this record to her. So I'm able to see everything all in one place. I have a client of mine who mentioned earlier today, like when she's on a call, she doesn't have to think twice. She doesn't have to go looking for dates, looking for information. She's here taking her notes. Cool, cool, cool. Hey, let me share my screen real quick and show you my available dates. Which one do you want? I plan my availability for the entire year, right? So I've already, and I'm actually going to show you guys this in action, like how I'm using it. So y'all know I'm not, bullshitting you. But I've already have all of my January dates available, right? Because it's one thing to, have revenue goals. Yes, I want to make all the monies next month, right? But what's your true capacity? How many of these people can you actually work on, right? And so this hub allows you to break that out. That's something that you've just kind of gone through on, on a whim, like, oh, I could take maybe 3 people, maybe 4. But once you actually book those people, that's a whole different story, right? So I'm going to show you what this looks like in my business too. This view here is our sales and offer summary. So again, I have an offer tracker on the back end that I'm going to show you. But I'm able to really kind of see, okay, this is how many leads I have in the pipeline for this offer that they're interested in. This is how much that would be, right? So it would be $125. I can say I got $125 in the pipeline, right? You can see projected sales versus those lost. Lost is based on how I've categorized the statuses. So, not a good fit, not moving forward, whatever. But whatever my statuses are in my client management tool, so Dubsado, when those statuses change, they're updated here in Airtable. And yes, I included all the zaps. So you're able to see all of that information there too. But I also want to show you year over year. This is really helpful as well, just because again, once it's set up, it's set up. You don't have to go touch it. You ain't got to do nothing. You can see how well you're performing from, one year to another. This helps me in really being able to say with certainty when my busiest times of the year are, right? So it's one thing to like feel like Q4 or Q1 is hectic, but to see that data, like to see that information, is a lot, right? Like it's like, okay, cool. I'm not operating off a gut feel. I am operating off the facts, right? So this comes with a year over year view. You drop your data in here, it's updated. Okay. Now I'm gonna show you the data, the not so pretty stuff, but whatever. The things that make this hub work, right? So again, my lead tracker, I have some fields in here, but you can adjust this to meet your needs, right? If you don't track industry, but maybe you track, I don't know, maybe one of the questions on your application is how long have you been in business, right? Something like that. But this is all set up Once you move a record to booked, it'll change the conversion status accordingly. But you can see all of this data here, right? My offer management view that I mentioned earlier. So I like to just have all of my deliverables and payment options and service stages in a single place. One, to be able to update it, from month to month, quarter to quarter, year to year, whenever offers change. But this allows you to link out to your leads, right? So I got a lead came in, they're interested in service one. I can see all the information here, right? But then I can see how many leads are in the pipeline, the money in the pipeline, how many leads were lost, right? My projected revenue, my current bookings for this particular service. I can see all this data on the back end here, but I can also see it inside the interface. Okay. Now, the active and available projects. So, this is the template, but I'm actually going to hop over to my account. Okay. So, this is my live availability planner. If you were to go to my application, this is, you would see a version of this, right? But for every single one of my offers, I can tell you definitively if we kicked off on December 9th, this is when I would be done with your project. This is when your implementation week would end, right? So after I'm done with the work, we have a dedicated implementation week to test all the things, break all the things. This is when your support would end. Okay. $1,000 is due to kick off. This is when your second payment is. This is when your third payment is. I can tell you all of this right now. If we're on a sales call, if you were in my DMs, if you, are on my website, whatever, you're able to see this information live and upfront, right? If I need to adjust, maybe I don't want things to be so rigid, and maybe we talk and I'm like, okay, I could finish you in a week. I could adjust my implementation date. It adjusts it here. It adjusts all remaining dates, right? Maybe the holidays are coming up and I want to extend your support. So instead of just going to the 27th of January, I'm going to go ahead and kick you off till the 18th of February, right? So I have that flexibility. Now, to do this, hell yeah, I had to know my true capacity, right? I can take on 2 to 3 projects a month, right? That's realistic. That's from start to finish how my process works for me and my business, right? But by doing this, I can say again with certainty, no matter who you are, no matter when you are, what date do you want? Pick one. Let's go, right? I'm giving you that transparency into when your payment dates are, right? And so this exact template, how I use this is also in your hub. I of course provide training on, hey, here's what I would recommend you do, right? How you want to lay it out in terms of, how your offers flow, how you do your thing, right? You might want to play with this a little bit. Of okay, we kick off on this day. I can be done in about 2 weeks. Cool. Then I can link this to an actual lead. So I just sent off a proposal about an hour ago and I linked it to that lead. I held those dates for her and then it comes out of this view, right? So if somebody was on my website right now about to apply, they wouldn't see that date again. Okay. So again, this is the my offer in action. I do have a system sprint offer. It has different dates. I'm really just doing formulas. If you're used to like Google and you're doing like if statements, that's literally what that is. If my service is glow up and it's this day, add this to this field, right? Literally. But I wanted to show you guys that so you can see like no, for real, this is the work in action, okay? I'm gonna go back to the template. Um, I like to just include some additional automations for a variety of things, right? Maybe so Dubsado doesn't have um a like call not booked status, right? So if somebody has been in a inquiry status for more than 2 days, I have a task created over in ClickUp. right? Because I want to go send you a person. I want to hop in your DMs. I'm not sitting in Airtable all day. I'm not sitting in Dubsado or Honeybook all day, right? So this just allows me to just kind of build in some of that customization for how my process works, right? With each of these templates, you will get kind of my resources view, how I would recommend getting started. I include all of the formulas here. I include a whole lot of zaps for you to because again, I want you to be able to really use this template, right? Like I want you to download it and be like, cool, I got all of my biz data in here. I go through how I recommend you go from one tab to another. I do include a view for feedback tracking in here if you want to track your testimonials or your case studies. I include a view for just tracking your how much you spending on tools, all of the things, right? But this hub is set up and ready for you to use at any time. Okay. Now, what I am excited about is on November 3rd, so Monday, this exact template, along with all of the other goodies in my shop, are going on sale. Every Airtable template that I've shared this week, my Dubsado courses, my Dubsado templates. I have a canned email GPT that's geared around Dubsado custom fields. That's on sale. My ClickUp and productivity templates, those will be on sale. They are 50% off. You do not need a code. If you go to my website on Monday, you just scroll down, click pay, bye, on to the next one, right? Every template also includes the goodies guarantee, which means that no matter when you snag this template, you can ask me a question. You can submit questions. Hey, Ashley, I'm trying to connect Zapier to here. What do you recommend for this? Whatever. I don't care if it's a year from now. I had someone who purchased my Ops Hub template over a year ago reach out to me this past weekend, right? At any time you can submit questions because again, I want you to use these things, right? I don't want this to be another thing collecting the dust in your digital graveyard. And if you're like, okay, look, I don't really have time to set this up, I really want it but I don't have time to do it, I can do it for you. So yes, I do also offer done for you implementation of every single one of these templates. That will also be on sale when you snag this goodie. Okay, I'm going to drop a link in the chat. But if you are not already on my email list and you want to be notified of when these things go on sale, go ahead and click the link, drop your email. You'll be the first to know. Okay. Make sure y'all come. If y'all have any more questions, drop them in the chat. Whether you're live or watching the replay, come on over to Instagram, hop up in my DMs. Hey, I saw this. I'm interested. Tell me all the things, whatever. Let me know what questions y'all have. Tomorrow, make sure y'all here. Tomorrow, I'm sharing my content and launch hub, which I'm really, really excited about. Whether you launch yearly or quarterly or whatever, or if you track content and you need a content system of some kind, you need this template, okay? And then, of course, Friday, I'm going through my Dubsado DIY course, showing you all the things that you need to start your new year off with a client experience that you actually love, okay? Again, if y'all have questions, drop them, but I will see y'all tomorrow.